Hi guys, thank you very much for joining me. So the first video for Ketu and Rahu, South and North Node, is about Aries North Node or first house North Node. Okay, and this is going to be just basically about how easy it is to be you and how much you don't want to be you. That's the main thing. How fun it would have always been just to show yourself who you are and step outside and wear those beautiful colors and release the old from its story, release the sadness from its story just by drumming your drum and breathing your own breath. But what you might do is not want anybody to hear you or notice you. And here's where we get crafty, okay? So first house, also Aries, especially first house, North Node. Please have a look. I'm getting crafty. Okay, maybe I need plastic surgery to look good. Maybe I need to buy this really expensive item. Maybe I need to share myself with these people. Maybe I need to compromise somehow to sort of try and fit into the scheme. Did anybody notice me? Did anybody see what I said? There is something said about the ascendant North Node, okay, because that makes it extra extreme. The closer it is to the ascendant, the more like, whoa, amazing it is. And yeah, also something has to be said for early degrees of Aries North Node as well. If you have a lot of perplexity and conceptuality about oh, how do I come across? What do I need to be? Do I need to bring a plate? Do I need to bring a friend? There is kind of like counting of money, counting of time, counting of how am I going to help these people, or how am I going to help me be more whole? Okay, how am I going to help myself be whole? And here's where you guys cry sometimes. I'm not whole. I'm not complete. There's not anything really that needs to be doing, but you know, you're always fresh. The best work you can put out there is not finished. Oh, I'm not finished. I can't put that out there. I haven't schemed it enough. No, it's schemed. It's perfect. Where you are is fine. If you don't feel fresh, if you don't feel holy, if you don't feel like you hold enough, and if you fear that there is like jealousy or issues, you don't want to see that person, you're afraid of how you come across, you're scared of making a mistake in what you're saying, or like you're afraid to make a mistake with what you do, there are usually huge amounts of just possibilities, gifts, and all sorts of things coming to you, especially just really quiet when you're really scared. Okay, I'm useless. Oh my gosh, I gave my work away and I haven't even completed half of it and it's not good. Oh my god, like I'm not sure if these jeans really suit me. Like I'm not sure if I'm going to make it. I don't know if I'll make it, especially on the ascendant point, or like you know, early degrees of Aries, anxiety, anxious, high rate, heart rate, also high rate of anything, metabolical rate perhaps for some people, high rate of numbers coming and going. It's very easy, cheap and easy maybe to live or to just be around people. You might find many things on sale. So you might just like walk into the right door, just like, okay, I'm gonna do it. You know, pick up your phone, message the right person. You'll get things given to you, and sometimes without really any purpose or any pride. And you like didn't even think that would work out. You didn't even think that you'd be noticed, but you will be noticed. So basically, the main power here is inside you. The main concept here is that yeah, I am whole. I'm unique enough. You know. I'm also fragile, and in that fragility is vulnerability that is holy. It's a holy land. All that I do, all that I touch is holy. Sexual addiction, you know, fear of one's body is fine. Everything's holy. Fear of sexuality, fear of forecasts, fear of what someone might say or think, the fear of your own journey being unjustified or not yet real enough or not strong enough, fear of not making it, fear of not being old enough or young enough to do things right. Everything like that has to eventually fade, and you might have to see the more you appear out of maybe sometimes lack. It's like, I don't know what else to do. I don't know where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go here. The more you vibrate, the more you're real, and the less you worry or you like wrong yourself about people, you know, the less you kind of like scratch your head, you think about what's going on, the better, because you don't need to fluctuate all the time, but sometimes you guys get really, really quick and super, super good at counting. Really, really quick and super fast at knowing your surroundings and kind of like counting, working out your result without even seeing anybody or forming it on anything. So you're not forming it on any previous situation, you just kind of balance things out. And sometimes just within a day, you might change your world, especially if you have your North Node close to the Ascendant line, or it's in the early degrees of Aries. You know, and then after, you know, like in later degrees, also later in time for these people sometimes, there are useless things that you might know or like or just kind of invest in sometimes that could be your greatest power and your greatest gift. Yeah, I collect stamps. Oh, okay, just postcards, yeah. And then 2 years later, you can sell your collection for really a big amount of money, or you can even get very, very interesting to other people through some kind of art or collectibles that are not even part of anybody else's dream, but they suddenly become welcome. Okay, so welcome. Okay, you're welcome and you are the welcoming. So have a look at your moon as well. Where is the center of that? Where is the center of your heart? Where are these issues coming from? Who are you through that which you've done? Okay, so please take a look at cause and effect. Please take a look at how this fluctuation, how this high speed frequency has been treating you, and where you are waking up into the same dream. Don't wake up into the same dream over and over. And making sure that you don't do nonsense. For example, making and shedding the same stuff, collecting and destroying the same stuff, knocking on the same door, walking out of that door. These are like OCD, obsessive compulsive, ongoing patterns, never going to end unless you see yourself through and out of them. So without too much ado, let's applaud you. If you have a first house or a Aries North Node, you've done very, 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 very big stuff for the people. And you know something about humanity because your South Node is in Libra, okay? Or 7th house. Because you have done so well, you know, because you have made so much sense, and because you've perhaps been in such torment for stepping out of the picture to let someone else in the picture, or giving someone else what you gained, that is never going to, how can I say, betray. So there will be people always on some level, even in the background, praising you, giving to you, thinking of you. And as you age, because your descendant is maybe, if it's close to the if your North Node is close to the descendant line especially, or is in the early degrees of Libra, as your life changes, as you age, you might tell yourself even off eventually for not taking the opportunities that were just given to you because you deserve them in the previous life, no matter how lonely you think you are, and no matter how much sitting around sometimes you've done, and also no matter how many times you have done the same thing over and over, and what nervous gift you have, you know, because even with anything OCD or corrupted or corruptible, everything understands you. We understand, okay? So thank you so much, North Node and Aries and First House. I hope this has been healing for you. If you'd like to know more about me, or you'd like to have a look at my website, you're welcome to do that. And I hope that even though it's lonely sometimes, that you can really feel that sentimentality with grace. And please keep teaching us how to live. Thank you. Enjoy, and I'll see you next time.